Sagittarius, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for the month of September. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. I hope you are doing well. I'm reading for you a few days out before the September month begins. We've got quite a month ahead with eclipse season and a rare blood full moon in Pisces. We're also heavily under the influence of this Virgo new moon. So a lot of us are planting new seeds with new ideas, new projects. There could be some interesting twists and turns I'm hearing for you, Sagittarius, stepping into your energy for the month. Let's see where your current and crossing energy is at this moment. All right. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Sag. I feel the need for gold foil tarot for you all today. There's something about your golden light, you stepping into more of your sovereign energy. Whoa. We're going to take that. We have the Lovers. That came out at the very start of the Aries reading. Very interesting, but it didn't come out. It was just something that was at the bottom of the deck. So we have the Lovers. We have some sort of important magnetic connection with another. What's crossing you? Ooh. We have the Three of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Some of you have a connection that you're waiting. There's a period of waiting either for somebody new to come in or you're on hold about somebody making an offer to you. Waiting for the next, maybe your next great big love, Sagittarius. That's what it feels like. I am seeing the manifestation of that. If you've been trying to call in new love, right? Or maybe even a magical way, a magical wonderment in your life where you're deepening into a feeling of love overall, love for life. There are new plans that are in motion that maybe have been you've been preparing for or setting the stage for quite some time. It could be just the last few months where you've been gearing up, putting a lot of attention on you, and you've got a new offer coming in, right? Rather humble offer, or you're just trying to take a lighter approach to love in general. It's where you're at. It feels like there's something that you've set your sights on around love in general, though, and seeing a manifestation around that. Let's keep fleshing this out. It's just current and crossing. I don't take it as seriously as the surrounding cards. Ooh, okay, now we have someone coming here to you. This could be you or someone else. King of Wands. This is fiery, smoldering, hot, sexy energy, and it's at its highest energy. So this could be you literally feeling sexy and alive, taking action from that place. This is when we get up in the morning, we're like, oh, I'm feeling really good today. Feeling sexier than usual, or more beautiful or handsome than usual. I'm just feeling myself. This could even be attracting somebody new. This is also energy around our spiritual fire. So, let's keep going. So the King of Wands in your overall general energy for the month. So this could be someone you're dealing with, heavy fire placements, or you and or both. Passion, Sagittarius is what you're after, it looks like. Or you're enjoying, perhaps. Opportunity. Ooh, okay, now the plot thickens. Now we have the Empress energy. Whether you're male or female, reverse the roles, okay? Depending on what you want to be or who you see yourself as being in this scenario. But Empress is an energy frequency of feeling adored, feeling loved, cherished. This is nurturing others, others nurturing you, feeling like it's reciprocal. Right? This is also stepping into your own inner divine feminine authority, whether you're male or female. This is actually surrendering to nurturing all qualities of self that bring about really beautiful divine alignment. So I like this a lot. Your opportunity is to enjoy maybe a finer approach to your life. This is the materialization of a growth mindset around what you're building in your life. So could be a greater financial security, greater feeling more beautiful inside, having that reflect outside. This could be people nurturing you. It could go in lots of different directions, but I love the Empress energy overall. It's major arcana underpinning of the divine feminine around abundance. That's your opportunity to feel abundant, feel passionate, feel alive. You could have an electric connection that's come into your life, whether that's in work or in love. It's something that's really enhancing your spirit, right? Or when I see wand energy for the overall energy for the months, maybe this has been going on for a while, or this is a new frequency for you, but this is feeling very, very bold and very passionate about your life in general. Your challenge is the King of Pentacles. Okay. This could be, if you are an entrepreneur, you could be challenging yourself to grow and expand in new ways. This could also be growth and expansion in your career, so you can bring about greater financial security and abundance. Definitely you're looking at major abundance, right? If I were to look at your life right now for September, I'd be like, you have major abundance on your mind, Sag. And how do you need to align with your own creative fire, right? Your own potential towards that. Let's see the immediate future. 5 of Swords, okay? There's some sort of conflict. We'll see what that's about. I'm not sure what that's about. It could be some sort of conflict between what you want to build and the passion underpinning that. And grounding that. There could be some sort of conflict in your work environment here. All right. I have to pick up the deck here. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, the Page of Cups, the Wheel, and the 6 of Wands. I like that. So this is, I feel like there is definitely, maybe it's this Mars energy. Throughout the month, there's this strong fire. For you, Sag. You're already a fire sign, but I see this. Your superpower this month is to stay bound and determined in what you have in your vision as far as what you're building in your life. Because what may start out as just like an opening to let's just start this and see what happens. You actually, whatever you're feeling empowered to initiate this month around love or career, it looks like it's going to grow and prosper. There's some sort of destined print on what you're building in your life at this time that it's almost like you stand up for what you want, even if you have a conflict over it. I feel like this 5 of Swords is more internal, less I'm fighting with another and more I'm fighting with myself around maybe trying so much or building too much too fast. There's something around tempering your energy here. Let's get a few frequencies here, shall we, from the Angel Oracle card deck. What are some of the frequencies that Sag can expect this month? Well, that came flying out. We have, is there one under this? No. We have 1551. Hold your vision. Was I talking about that? There's some sort of vision that you have. It's an abundant vision. It's something that you're like, well, this could really be successful for me. But I got to take it in small bites or I'm going to overwhelm myself here. Maybe you're dreaming big here, Sag. Ooh, now we have the card of reflection. 666. Let's read these. Hold your vision. Manifestation, abundance, money, dreams, vision, and prosperity, which you have in your opportunity and challenge here between the Empress and the King of Swords. I'm sorry, the King of Pentacles. My bad. Focus on the good and maintain your concentration on the outcomes you desire. It's time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You have such a beautiful, courageous, and brave spirit. Yeah, I feel like you need to trust in your instincts around what you're building at this time. There's a big vision and a new beginning of a manifested dream that you are crafting in your life. You're curating this. It's like you got something that you're building. It could be a dream around having a family or having a baby with the Empress or nurturing a new career or a new project or a new pathway for success for you, whether you're investing in properties. I'm seeing all different avenues for all of you, but whatever that avenue, that chosen avenue for you, do it with all your might and believe in what you have in your visionary third eye here. It's like you already know what you're building and what you want to build. It's just putting that down, right? Laying that down in your reality. Reflect. You also have love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. Several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel this month. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift toward greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and inner voice. Pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. Yeah, this is when we start to take, I guess what I could say, bigger strides in you becoming a greater version of yourself. And it looks like you're doing that maybe on all fronts, especially when you embody the Empress. That's all 4 queens. So this is big queen energy, right? Stepping into your throne, self-mastery on the path around your spiritual fire, around your creative potential in your mind, around your actual physical embodiment of your own vital life force energy. And then over your emotional water, stepping into feeling as abundant as possible in the way you express and receive love. So I'm feeling this month could have a lot to do with your own, almost like, I don't say this ever, but your own branding, the culture of your identity, and your own belief system. Somehow it seems like there's a marriage between your belief system and your craft, and also a new vision for what you're trying to manifest. So let's keep going. I like this. They're telling you to hold your vision and know that there's going to be some things that are going to shift your identity this month. But what you need to do is just have the self-assurance, trust, and optimism that anyone needs when they're building a new life or a new sense of self, or a new creative project. Whatever this new is with this Virgo new moon that we just went through, it's culminating, right, under this influence of this Piscean lunar eclipse. So it's like there's this void. We're all reaching into the depths of the darkness and saying, this is what I'm calling forth. And you're doing that with trust in self as you do it, okay? And that's what they're telling you to do. Let's get a frequency, though. Overall, realization. So we have a very strong frequency coming in for the month for you. This is your focal point, right? This is what you need to be focused on. This energy of realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Yeah, there's some sort of inner truth through the pathway of your heart, and it's like you're marrying something you love, reflecting on that with great optimism and truth, and saying, this is what I'm going to create for myself, for my own success. So there's a powerful realization. Some of you are coming into realizing this is the new dream I have for my path, whether it's in a co-created partnership or a co-created career path. It's something I feel like a lot of you have already been deeply reflecting on this vision, and now this is the month to initiate it and actually make it happen. Announce it, build around it. This is maybe crafting a new identity in your branding. A lot of you are entrepreneurs. These are both cards of being an entrepreneur, right? Being committed, married to the vision here, okay? And applying principles of manifestation as you go, which has a lot to do with believing in oneself, all right? Let's bring this back up. Let's now go to clarifying. I want to clarify this King of Wands. This is the energy behind anything that you want to be. Oh, wow. Now we have the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Okay. Well, I'm seeing that you might have a match here for you. That is part of your, let's say, your passionate nature. Two of Pentacles, big changes for you. This also could be you coming into a deep harmonization with your fire energy, where you are now tapping into more just feeling more energized on the path, more motivated, right? Like, oh, I just can't wait to get started on this, right? Kind of energy. Ooh, we have the Moon, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Tower. Ooh. This is like something's creeping up on you energy, Sag. The Moon is mystery, the unknown, the hidden realm. Knight of Pentacles is slow. And this is like one of those, I'm slowly pulling myself apart so I can rebuild myself better, greater, grander. This either is self or a connection or your life. Okay, this is like slowly dismantling the old and restructuring it, repurposing it, It's like you've been going through a recycling process here. Like, you know what? I'm going to refine myself into a grander version of myself and my life. This is beautiful refinement, actually. You're doing it slowly, methodically. Other people might look at you and go, wow, overnight sensation, overnight success. And you're like, no, I've been building this brick by brick, bitches. You know, it's like, watch me. Like, it's like, you know how much work you've been putting into yourself, your life, your mastery overall, in all endeavors as this divine feminine embodiment. All right. You know. So I feel like some people are going to be like, wow, you've arrived. Like, I can't believe how successful you're becoming, or I can't believe you're taking on something this big with your vision. And you're like, man, I've been working on this forever. You know, like I have faith, right? So I feel like any naysayers who come your way around what you're building, you've already been working on this or dreaming about this or thinking about this forever. Okay. This is like something that you're really, really, really wanting to create. Don't back away from what you believe in, all right? From your vision, all right? There's some sort of gut instinct this month around something that's been in the works that you've been preparing for. It's like initiate, launch, sequence, right? Like press the button, let's all systems go. Wow. This is less like disorganization and more of a reorganization, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but I'm just getting sucked into that in such a beautiful way. It's almost like when you go through a powerful glow up and nobody notices until like you noticed it a long time ago that you were going through this process. But then all of a sudden everyone's like, whoa, you're different, Sag. You're not who you used to be at all. Yeah. Very fascinating energy. I like that. Okay. Empress. Opportunity, Four of Pentacles. Don't hold back from your own greatness. Knight of Cups. Don't hold back from love. Ooh la la. Ooh, and love that is coming your way. Wow. Okay. I like this. Self-restraint, huh? You've been holding back. Okay. Some of you, this is just strictly around whatever you're building in this co-creative, hold your vision energy, visionary energy, right? Empress energy is holding the vision of the highest, most abundant life for oneself. Okay. Usually when we start to aim high, it's because we've hit some sort of low. You're coming out of that low. Your opportunity is to recognize where you've maybe even held yourself back through procrastination, through lack, through boredom, through apathy, whatever you're like leaving behind, you're being almost rerouted and directed toward a new pathway. And all Spirit is saying, be open. You have the light shining upon you this month. So you could feel like you're extra radiant. You could be garnering more attention. So this is when we're stepping into a greater frequency of radiance, right? Magnetic energy. So if you are thinking about launching anything this month around being on any kind of entrepreneurial work, career work, attracting new love, attracting more affection, attracting more desire, all you got to do is listen to the signs. You have a lot of opportunities coming in that are going to make you happy, right? And so all Spirit is saying is keep your head up, keep your chin up, because it's coming your way. You're not going to notice new opportunities coming in, like, Cupid's arrows, darts. This is the arrows of the Sagittarian, right? Of new growth. And Spirit's like, look, they're coming in like shooting stars. Are you looking up at the sky, right? Or are you looking down at what you've had to leave behind or remove or release? So as you let go, you are actually creating space for things that are coming in. And these are magnificent new opportunities for you, for happiness, for love, for adoration, admiration. Like some of you, this is around your career. Some of you, this is around your family, saying, wow, maybe we don't always tell you how much we appreciate, how much love, right? How much you give selflessly. This could be just one moment with your child realizing, wow, as much as I sacrifice, this one moment where they're smiling and giggling at me, it just makes all the difference. This could be you having a new love interest come in who's just pouring on the charm, Sag. And it feels like things are moving forward for you in a happy frequency, But at the same time, you're moving beyond some sort of recent disappointment or feeling like maybe you were going to miss the boat on some fun things for you. You're not going to miss anything here. I think that whatever you've been doing behind the scenes, maybe even secretively, this is when like, you're putting in the work, on your own physical health regimen routine. And then you start to get brighter and brighter and brighter. And then one day it's like a light switch turned on. And then people are like really paying attention to what you have to say, to what you're doing, how you're operating. And they're like, what's your secret? So there's something around like you really embodying this really beautiful, radiant energy in the month of September. And it's almost like a surprise vibration for you, or a surprise reflection of a new identity for you. Realization. Now let's get into this King of Pentacles. Ooh, we have the Three of Cups. We have the Fool in reverse. All right, interesting. Yeah, I think this is what I'm getting here. There's some sort of third-party energy that... This is interesting. This is the challenge. I think whatever this disappointment, this Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles, where you're holding back and you're waiting on what's yours, something that you thought was yours is leaving or has left. And they're in another energy. Whatever, it's almost like if you had like I'm not going to go into the details. I'm just saying that whatever you've let go of from the past, they are doing their own thing. And there's a third energy now with that person. And I think you're looking at it and going, well, it's like a dead end. Your challenge is to recognize a dead end for what it is and heal from it and let that person or that situation go. Whatever put you in a period of, or a phase, right? A chapter, we'll say, of disappointment and pulling your energy back to really regroup in your energy. That person, place, or thing went off, right, in a new direction, and they're where they are. Okay, this feels very much like your challenge is in a dead end energy that was in your life for some time, but is no more. Okay, that seems very clear. Dead end energy, Sag. You know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Let it be. That is a let it be energy. You're healing from it. You have let it go. Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Fool in reverse. There will be no new beginning here. Because whoever this was, it could have been a King of Pentacles, someone you saw as abundant. There's another person in town. All right. I'm letting that one be. But now if this has to do with self and your challenges around an entrepreneurial endeavor, you have people helping you. All right. And I think you're scared that this isn't going to yield you the profits that you want, but you're healing that belief. It's called a limited belief. We are what we think. So you're having a powerful realization that you are in a bold, brand new Empress energy here, right? Self-nurturing, really feeding the thoughts that make you feel empowered. And being careful with the thoughts that disempower you, okay? So I think that there is this worry, too, for those of you who are calling in a new love offer and you're moving forward in it. You may have had a lot of problems in the past with things really successfully launching, worried it will not work out. And Spirit is basically indicating that for you, celebrate this victory, whatever has come in recently. A lot of you are in a new connection. The past person did a number on your psyche, or past people did a number on your psyche where you felt foolish for even opening up to it or investing in it because you fell flat on your face at some point and went, that person really did a bait and switch. What the hell? It's like basically people masquerading, right? And with their masks. And you realizing, wow, I got bamboozled again. So I'm getting this whole energy of, let the dead end be the dead end. Learn from that experience, but don't let it cloud your optimism, right, for what is next. Okay? I feel like you're walking away from something here, and it was hard. This doesn't have to be romance. It could have been a friendship. Let's get the Five of Swords. I'm getting powerful shifts for you this month in your own feeling of magnetism and fire, right? Feeling like motivated, inspired, ready to take action. Yeah, no wonder. Woo-wee. Now that is some beautifulness right there. We have the Five of Swords, which in any tarot reader will say that's conflict, changes brought on by conflict that maybe you don't like, right? That sucked. But wait for it, ... The cycle's over, right? We have the World, the Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess over the world. So this is a completion point for you, Sag, where you now are carrying protection, the Sword of Truth, married to higher wisdom and higher knowledge, higher awareness, deeper intuition, deeper truth. This is when, life, we get a little rough edges, and then we have to deal with friction, conflict with people, with the situation, with self, pushing against, and then you yield, right? Let go. There's some sort of wrap up of a cycle that's taken you some time. Like, it hasn't been easy to get out of this energy of either I am so sick of this cycle or sick of this pattern, or, a lot of you, it is sick of this pattern, and you are rising above it. You're cutting away at the truth. You have clarity around the lessons therein, and you're wrapping it up and saying, you know what, I'm not going to stay conflicted over a chapter that just needs to be cleared away. All right. Whatever it is, you see the truth, and you're stepping into a new reality here that has been shaped by a lot of friction in the past. I think what you're looking for is safety and alignment in all things. And, that is a micro decision to a macro decision, daily walk in your own integrity, alignment, and wisdom. And that is about self-mastery, and that is about you are not controlled or dictated by the whims of others and more on your own inner higher truth. And I see that shift taking place within you, Sag. The world isn't defining you anymore. You define yourself on your own terms. All right? And that's the realization. Hold your vision. Okay? Let's look at this Page of Cups, this Wheel of Fortune, and this Six of Wands, which I love seeing. Now you have the sword, right? You're like, you know how to speak the truth, even when it's hard. I think that maybe you would maybe even people please a little bit in the past. And now you're like, I need to speak up and speak out. Yeah. There's definitely a letting go and a releasing too at the same time as you open up. And it's like you're claiming victory over a new beginning, a triumphant new, destined alchemical change in your life here. But it's like you're shedding the old. This is literally a lot of you shedding an old identity in work or in love. Yeah. And going within. Hermit. We have the Hermit, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. It's like you're leaving behind a sad chapter. I don't know what it was that made you sad. It could have been this past situation, but there's this leaving behind what needs to be left behind, and saying, you know what, I have so much. I mean, we have the Hierophant and the Hermit here between the future and what you don't see coming, and the spirit of generosity with others and opening up. I feel like there's a victory in you opening to something new, and at the same time lamenting and grieving over something that is no more. And that's different for all of you. Loss is it's a palpable part of our lives. And I think that we can be very equally joyous for the new and equally sad for the old. And this is an aspect of your own reality, your inner reality and your outer reality. So inwardly, you're not who you used to be. This powerful, whoa, you glowed up. Where have you been? Like, wow, you're magnetic. And then you lament the part of you that shrunk and played small. And then as it relates to your outer reality, it's like changing of the guard, like people that you weren't really completely yourself around, you weren't completely authentic with, letting those connections go, and then stepping into ones that make you feel more sovereign and more who you are. So it's like, it's almost like there's a double-edged sword for you, Sag, this month around the past and the present, right? What you're leaving behind and shedding and releasing, I feel like there's going to be some ups and downs. Days where you feel sad for what is no more, the people that are no more, the situations that are no more, and equally happy for the new that has arrived or is arriving in your life. But the spirit of giving should be there nonetheless, which is staying open to what the universe is bringing you, which are new ideas, forward momentum. There's a new love opening in your heart here. It could be just overall for your life after a period of retreat and withdrawal. But I see you opening up into a brand new chapter here. There's a success and victory here in you opening up. Maybe that's what you had to do, was close off for a little while and not let anything in. But you can only do that for so long until the universe says, open up. It's time to let love in. And I think that's what you're doing. You're letting love in deeply, maybe to depths that make you feel uncomfortable. And that's okay, right? That's okay. Let's see. Let's go into the Mystic Forest Oracle. Trust your feelings. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. And wasn't I saying that just a few minutes ago? You get to define who you are from now on. Full stop. Let's pull some sweet love tea. I like this reading a lot for you, Sag. A lot. This is probably the most empowered I've seen you in a while. We have control, taking responsibility for both actions and emotions, stepping up. All right. You're steering your love life. You're breaking free. We have control, break free, getting out of a situation or being on your own now. Freedom and independent. Okay. Letting go of control, power balance, have mutual respect and shared responsibilities, equality, respect, and care. I feel like that's what you're calling in, something that's equal, something where you both feel empowered, where you are trusting your feelings and feelings of alignment with your actions and your words, and you're not dealing with people masquerading, being foolish. I feel like you've dealt with players that were masked in the past, and now you're breaking free of that cycle, right? That pattern. And now you're looking for more balance. I feel like there's one more. This is in your love tea, okay? One more. Fan the flames, doing what it takes to keep the passion alive, renewal, romance, and care. Yeah, there's definitely a heart renewal here and a victory. I feel like you have someone who's coming in, maybe strong Virgo energy, or if you have any Virgo placements, there's something around you receiving love and feeling really like it just loved. Full stop, Sag. Feeling loved. Fanning the flames of romance. I think you have something that has taken so long to arrive, you can hardly believe it's here. And I think that for you in September, it's trusting and holding the vision, reflecting on how much love and affection's coming your way, and the attention that's being thrown on you daily. It's like almost, this feels like a too good to be true energy. But it really is a matter of finding balance and letting it in, right? Maybe it's like you're not used to someone really being authentic with you and really showing you with their words and actions aligned that you can trust this. That's maybe what you haven't had, is trusting in love, because the underpinning of this whole reading started out with the Lovers and the Three of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Like, am I really going to manifest what is meant for me? I'm really going to find something healthy for me and safe, something that I can really sink into and feel comfortable, feel like I can trust it. Well, you got to trust yourself. I'm going to get a middle card. Needs tending. Pay more attention to your love life to get results. Nourish dating and respond. Yeah. Some of you are opening up to dating and you're like a little scared because you've been holding back. But now Spirit's giving you the green light. You're ready. Your glow up is complete. Move forward. You have the moon and the sun. So there's some sort of finding balance, right? In your personal and professional life this month. In your light and your shadow work. Nurturing self. Let's get a final card here. Sacred Forest. Sagittarius. There we go. Phoenix. Of course, you've been on the rise, transmuting energies. Makes sense. Now we have 29. This is a karmic completion for you, Sag. Wisdom gained on the path. Not easy. Not easy. The Phoenix. Your life is changing, perhaps in ways that you didn't expect, but it is wildly wonderful. Transmutation is the act of changing from one state of being or one element into another. What did I tell you? The symmetry here. The Phoenix is legendary for his transmutation in fire, right? With this wand energy. In the flames, he is reborn, leaving behind his old and tired self to become a passionate, wild, and free bird. I love it. Become the passionate, wild, and free bird that you are. Now I'm hearing free bird. Something that you might have thought would never change is changing into something amazing. It's not an ending. Rather, it is a bright, shiny new beginning. Situations that seem lackluster are transmuting into fabulous opportunities. Release expectations and limited thinking, for things are not as they seem. The spirit of the Phoenix says a big change is at hand in your life, Sag. What feels like an ending is really a beginning. Rising out of the flames and ashes, you are entering a new cycle. Even if life seems murky in areas, this is only the clearing before a rebirth. Hang in there. The best is yet to come. Hold the vision. All right. This is amazing. Amazing break free energy. I would say it's going to be a really beautiful month for you ahead. Take care. Namaste.